Hey, so the Helix is supposed to be intuitive, but when you first open it up, it's like, and it took me several videos to figure all this out, so I thought maybe I would save you some time. So when you first open it up, you get this screen, and so these are your presets. You select one, and then what's it going to take you to? Well, it might be like this, or it might be like this. You hit the view option, and this is where you're going to select which effect it is. Now, what they don't tell you is, see these parameters here, you can adjust that for each block, but you have to touch the side of the button, and that's going to let you adjust that. So, and then if you want to edit the blocks, that was my first question. Like, if I want to if I want to come in here and add a block, what do I do? Because it is definitely not obvious. You see this one's selected. I can bypass it, turn it on. What do I do? Well, this thing is a joystick, and so you can select, but as it is, there's no like insert button. So what you would have to do is come to an empty slot, and then you push this, and you can then add something else. And so you don't select it over there, you select it over here. You can slide down. Let's say we want to add something. Maybe a rotary is a stereo effect, so let's go find that. Scroll down. Did I miss it? There it is. Okay, so you push it. Now it's there. What if I want to move it? Well, okay, so here's how we move things. You select which one you want, push this action button. Now you can copy that block, and I can bring it down here and hit the action button again. Now I can paste it down here. And now let's say I don't want this one anymore because I just copied it. So I can clear that. And then I can go back over here and I can do the same thing. Action, copy, and then I can bring it up here. Action, paste, and now I'm ready to go, except for the fact that this extra one's here. So I can hit action, and I can clear the block again. Okay, now that we've got our rotary effect on, and everything's kind of quiet. Let me turn it up. Well, we have their master volume, of course. Okay, but now if I hit view again, go back to here, now I've lost my reverb and the rotary's not there. So what on earth do I do? Well, I can go back to view, I can find it, and let's say I want the reverb to be right here. So I select reverb. All right, that's my block, my reverb block. Now I can touch this and hold it. It'll say, do you want to assign it? Now, if I change the view, suddenly I can have it back there. So you can also switch, the mode button will let you switch between your presets here and this sort of pedal view. All right, now if I want to get that rotary block somewhere else, I go to this view, select it, and then hold, don't press, but just lay your finger on it, and it's gonna let me add it there. Now notice, if you want to change something, so let's say that you've got this button as a rotary, but you'd rather have it as a reverb, you can select reverb and hold this. Now, right as it is, it will merge them together, and both of them will fire if you click that. If you want it to replace it, then you have to change it from merge to replace. And now that'll let you put it in that, assign it to this block. Now, snapshots. Okay, before we get to snapshots, let's say you've got your preset here, you want to save it. So if I click save, it's gonna let me overwrite whatever's there if I just hit save. But you notice we've got this, we got set list, but we also have this destination. So one factory, it's gonna let you override it in other places. So let's say that you want to, well, the set list is gonna let you access totally different banks. So as it is, it's in factory 1. If you want to change it to something totally new, I've got several here, but you can go to this new preset, hit save, and now it's going to be there. But if I do that, you know, I could scroll through my presets here or here. Well, where did the other ones go? All right, you can access your different banks pushing this and see the default one is factory 1. I just put it down here. Now you can switch between them and use this as a joystick to go where you want, push it. Now I'm back to that factory setting, that factory bank. And so I can, let's see, change the view, and now I got all those different presets that were already in there from the factory, or come back and I can access individual pedals. You can also, like, let's say you want to add the looper in there. So go back to our block view. If I want to add it near the end, then you can tell this multiple places to go, by the way. Let's see. Oh, yeah, this. Let's see. Yeah, you might have to play around sometimes with that one if you want to have more than one thing going at the same time. Oh, now I've made it to something totally weird. So no, let's don't do that. Let's come back. Okay, there we go. So let's say I want to add the looper. Push this on a blank space, go all the way down. Push that. Now I got the 6-switch looper right there. Where is it in this view? Well, we got to add it, remember? So select it, hold this. Now it's assigned to this button. So if we go back to this view, I can push this. Now I have my looper. I can push this to record, push this to play. That didn't work, did it? Well, why is that? I think it's because of where I have it. I don't have this connecting anything. So if I come back up here, copy this, paste it down here, let's say action, paste. I've got to connect these two somehow. How do I do that? Good question, right? You see these things come up. You don't want it to be your guitar. I think it's up here that we have to do it. Path 2. There we go. Now they're connected. And so now when I go back here, okay, so that is crucial if you want to access that second block. So the first one, what we did, it wouldn't save, right? So see, I'm still trying to remember things I've learned recently. But yeah, you have to send that path down to the second line. Now it will access both of them. We did that by pushing here and sending it to path 2. So there's how we access lots of different things. Something else that I thought of. Oh, so I went and found some presets from people who know what they're doing, and more than I do, like Rhett. And when you get into here, you get things that are called snapshots. So notice that it says number 1 up here. So if I push both of these, it's going to give me the different snapshots of that. Well, and actually that was one of my settings. Let's try one of his. Where's one of Rhett's? There's one of Rhett's. So if I push this, now I've got the different snapshots that he had. I can actually assign these snapshots to a button so I don't have to keep pushing stuff. So this is the Helix LT version. With the regular one, you have the little scribble strips, but on this one, you can actually assign those snapshots. Let me show you as a button. So here I've done that. And so rather than having to push here and then select the different ones, I've got them where it just goes straight to it. You access that from this screen, which if you, oh, can I remember how to do it? Let's see. It's a good question, isn't it? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So you push this 3 lines, and then you will go to controller assign, well, is it command center? Yeah, command center, and then you can select which button you want the snapshot to appear on, and notice on the press and release, see, I can switch that to something. You can change it. I want that to be clean. That's my snapshot, and my snapshots show up right there. So, and again, to access that, to get this snapshot on this button, click these 3, go to command center, and then I click which button, just touch it, which button you want to do, and then you can assign the clean preset snapshot that you have to be right there. So those are a few things that I have learned over the past couple of weeks of owning this. I hope it saves you some time. Good luck.